Has it really been almost 4 years since we talked about dull chisels? I think it's worth talking about again, because this is an important but largely forgotten old-timey trick that completely baffles a lot of modern woodworkers, because we're taught to sharpen the edge of every tool until we can shave with them. I myself have made videos helping people get the sharpest edges possible, but today I'm going to throw that all out the window and tell you why you should have at least 1 or 2 dull chisels in your shop. And I don't mean a little dull. I mean, take it to your grinder and wreck the edge, making it fully blunt. But before you do, hear me out, because there's a certain way you have to do this for it to work properly. First, why wouldn't you always want the sharpest tools possible? Well, for one thing, that microscopically thin steel at the cutting edge can wear away fairly quickly, especially when you're working with hardwoods. It takes almost constant honing or stropping to maintain such an ultra-keen edge. In some cases, it might be worth it. In others, it's just a lot of extra work. The second problem is the tendency for the wedge shape of a standard 25 or 30 degree bevel to dive beneath the wood grain, particularly when you're working against or across the direction that the wood fibers lie. So imagine you've rough cut a curve on the bandsaw and it needs more refining. You could use sandpaper, but a chisel is faster and more precise. And if you're working with the grain, you may be able to do it with a regularly sharpened chisel. But working across the grain can be problematic as that bevel tries to dive deeper into the fibers than you may want it to go. Working against the grain with a regular chisel is nearly impossible. But a blunt chisel is not so much affected by grain direction. You can scrape in a very controlled way, both across the grain and directly against the grain. This works particularly well with hardwoods like this hickory. I'm able to refine my shape fairly easily, working from multiple directions in ways a regular chisel could never do. Once my shape has been refined, sandpaper can be used for the final smoothing. A blunt chisel is also useful for cleaning up hardwood end grain. In this case, despite the extreme toughness of the hickory, the surface left behind is remarkably smooth. And because the edge of a blunt chisel is not ultra thin like a regularly sharpened chisel, it'll stand up to this abuse much longer. Of course, I'm not suggesting you dull all your chisels because you don't always need a blunt edge. Just pick one, or maybe just that rusty one you got at a yard sale. And don't just use it dull. It has to be blunted in a specific way to work effectively. I like to use a grinder of some sort. Set the tool rest perpendicular to the grinding wheel and just touch the edge a bit to create a flat facet. It doesn't have to be very wide, about a 1/16 of an inch will do it. You don't want the facet to be angled forward because it won't cut that way. A slightly backward angle is okay, but it's best to get it as square to the back of the tool as you can get it. Now, depending on the direction the wheel of your grinder spins, you may leave a ragged burr on the underside of a tool. My Tormek doesn't because the wheel is spinning upward, but a regular bench grinder spins downward. Now, you could just turn the tool upside down on the rest, so any burr left behind will be on the top of the tool, where it won't matter, instead of the bottom of the tool where the cutting occurs. But you'd have to adjust your tool rest to account for any wedge shape in the tool itself. Remember, the facet has to be 90 degrees to the back of the tool to work best. Or you could just grind it the regular way and remove the burr afterward by rubbing the back of the tool on a flat stone or some fine sandpaper. A clean blunt edge is not the same as a dull edge. A dull edge is rounded over. This is crisp where the back of the tool and the facet meet. That makes a world of difference. It's essentially a scraper. It's not for every project, but there are some situations where it's going to come in really handy. In fact, you might also find it useful to keep a couple blunt gouges around for various shaping tasks. It's an old-timey trick that will serve the modern workshop well. Now here's another idea that'll help out in your shop. It's just a couple of cuts. Your ears will be fine, right? They will be if you have your IsoTunes Bluetooth earbuds in, because you'd already have your ANSI certified hearing protection on because you're listening to your favorite music and podcasts. And you're supporting a small family business at the same time. Please use the link below this video to learn more and to show them you support what we do as well.